Morning. It's all a bit of a rush this morning. We're running late for everything. The kids are tired and being awkward, and we need to get in the car and get to my mum's to have lunch in an hour. And we need to stop on the way and buy some tiles for the longest bathroom project I've ever been involved in. Loads I want to talk about, but we'll deal with it later. Well, we're all out of luck with tiles. They didn't have any there, typical. So I'm going to have to rethink that. But what we did get while we were there was a bathroom cabinet, which I hadn't planned on getting. So it was order. So we'll hopefully get, I think, in a couple of weeks. So I'll fit that then. But for all the rushing around we've got to do and get to my mum's, Sarah's decided Nanny's house. Sarah's decided she's going to go off and do some shopping. Yeah. So we're waiting, aren't we?
Yeah.
Hopefully she won't be too long. But we're still sat here waiting. Oh no, here she comes. Just enough time to tell you that the thing I want to talk to you about today is Project Titan, which is Apple's venture into EVs, possibly autonomous driving. We'll talk about it later. We finally arrived, hooray! No. Who can I hear come up the driveway?
I'm already winning!
Steady, you two, steady. Hello. Alright. Hello, Lily. How are you? Right. You too. Oh, keep your eye on it. Well, as usual, we've had far too much to eat and we haven't even had pudding yet. So the plan is we're going to get the kids' scooters and skateboards out and we're going to go to the park. Hopefully walk off some of this dinner and then back for a nice bit of pudding. And whether I'll get a chance while we're here to actually talk to you about what we call it, Project Titan, I don't know, but I'll certainly do it later. But ultimately, what are Apple up to? Are they building a car, or are they just kind of developing the software and some of the hardware to allow other manufacturers to have an autonomous driving vehicle? We'll talk about it later. There's a few interesting things about it and a few bits that have come out this week. Parkour! Thomas, shush your ollie. Hey, nice one. Pretty good, yeah. Come on, Sarah. Give it a push. Go on, Thomas. Got to stand on it then, that's it. Well done. Mine out, here comes Annabelle. Quick, out the road, we're going to get run over. Just packing up the car now. We've had a really lovely day. Loads of good food and drink. Nice time out. I think probably the adults had more fun on the scooters and skateboards than the kids. So I'm just going to pack the car up now, get them loaded up, and we'll start heading home. But whilst I'm packing up, it gives me a chance to talk to you about Project Titan, Apple Car, iCar. It's been called all sorts over the years. Basically, Apple's attempt at getting into the automotive market. Now, I think it was kind of wishful thinking, really, especially Apple fans who wanted a car that was did for like the motor industry what the iPhone did to the mobile phone industry. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like, as much as they've sort of seemed to have poached people from the likes of Tesla, there doesn't seem to be an appetite, and I might be wrong, but there's nothing to show that they're actually building a car per se. What it seems to be is that they're looking at whether it's software or hardware to go into cars to build up the kind of automated driving, autopilot, perhaps a rival for Uber and what they're doing. Sort of autonomous driving, pick-up, drop-offs, self-driving cars. It looks like they're going along those lines. And they seem to be looking at little collaborations. So I think there's been talk about them collaborating with Daimler and Fisker. They seem to be often working together on things. Whether anything comes of that, we'll wait and see. But it looks like they're probably going to use the kind of current manufacturers and add their know-how and their knowledge with the technology to what the manufacturers are doing. So maybe not as exciting as we first hoped, but if they do what they normally do, and that's maybe come a little bit late to the party, but when they arrive they do something way beyond what anybody else is doing, then you know, it might be absolutely brilliant. Cars have been seen going in and out of Apple's headquarters, covered in cameras and sensors and all sorts. So they're clearly they're testing these things. They've had, I think it's in California, they've got the permit to allow them to test autonomous driving cars. So this is obviously, it's a big project for them. It's something that they want to get right, and I think they've admitted themselves, if they get it right, it's going to be one of the biggest things that they've been involved in. Certainly it's a huge project. So as I said, I think we can probably write off a Apple car, but I think what we're going to find, if they follow suit what they normally do, what we're probably going to have is something that is probably better than all the competition. It'll probably end up costing more than all the competition, but it'll probably be worth it. Right, see you later. Have a good holiday. Bye.
Right, say happy holiday. Bye, thanks for having us.
Well, that drive back across the New Forest was lovely. It finished off a really nice day. It was really good to catch up with everyone. So to finish off what I was talking about before with regards to Apple. So we've seen Tim Cook announce that they're going to concentrate as a company on self-driving cars. And I think they've invested in a Chinese company, I think called Didi, D-I-D-I, if that's how you pronounce it, millions of dollars. And basically this company, it's a Chinese company that deal with ride sharing. So it kind of gives us a bit of a clue in the direction they want to go. So, and this is just my opinion, short term I think they're going to probably look at developing this kind of ride sharing, autonomous vehicle, ride hailing, kind of what Uber are doing really, but in their own way. Long term, I think they've already kind of dipped their toe in the kind of partnership with established manufacturers. So I know they looked at possibly a partnership with the likes of McLaren. Now that didn't come off, but that's one of many that were kind of being rumoured. So that they're obviously they're talking to car manufacturers. I think probably long term they'll find somebody and they'll work with them, and whether they develop, for example, I don't know, a BMW Apple car, or whether a big car manufacturer gives them the know-how and they develop a pure Apple car from the ground up, it's to be seen. I don't know, but either way I think some way in the future there will be an Apple car as such, Whether that will just be branded the iCar and it'll be something like we've never seen before, I don't know. But I think one thing we can be sure of with Apple, they're quite late to the party normally, but when they arrive, they tend to set the bar. They set that bar higher than anybody else. For Tim Cook, I think this will be his defining moment. He's talking this up. He's saying this is probably one of the most important pieces of artificial intelligence that they've ever been involved in, and they seem to be putting the money, investing the money in it as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. And that pretty much brings today's video to an end. So if you've enjoyed it, remember to like it and share it. And if you're not doing so already, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.